live.
Sorry. Good. I'm ready to go. Ready. We're live, we're back. Okay, we've got a short video for you today. We'll bring you some news that we're hearing about Celtic players and potential players to come in. But first, let's start with the Rangers. Looking to build a new team, and they've got half a team leaving for absolutely hee-haw as usual. This team like to sign players for money and let them go. Hadji is off, not a penny gained. Cherny obviously on loan, decent player. Balogun's off again. Lawrence is off again. Fernandez is gone. And Casanwiro, can't even say the name, Casanwiro is gone. That's like six or seven players gone. And real good news is they're trying to bring Gerrard back. So like that's a good start to the Rangers' reign.
Going to have a look at, as you mentioned there, some of the stories that are coming out. Interesting one about Giakoumakis. Also, who we're looking to bring in. Chris Varden, perennial rumour always comes round to the young Serbian left back. Interesting news about Matt O'Reilly as well. How he might be leaving Brighton. We've got a wee chunky sell-on clause. So yeah, we'll go through a lot of the kind of daily stories and kind of keep you all up to date.
Yeah, I thought the Giakoumakis was really interesting actually. I've not long heard and read that myself. He's thinking about I liked Giakoumakis. I thought he was a brilliant player, and I think most Celtic fans were kind of gutted when he left. When we're looking at it now, he's 30 now. So it's not within the Celtic model to bring players in at that age. And I think he's plying his trade in Mexico, Cruz Azul. But the big man has made a nice comment, and I'll read that out to you now. Giakoumakis said, "You want to set the fire? I would love to play for Celtic again. I don't know if that's a utopia or if it could happen again, but who wouldn't? Even if you don't know what it feels like to play there, when you're ready, when you've already been there, you know exactly what it means. So if somebody played for Celtic and he was successful, and you ask him a couple of years after, would you play for Celtic again? And he tells you no, he's a stupid guy. He's so dumb. So yeah, I would love to wear this jersey again. I don't know if this circle is done for me, but yeah, that's my truth." But he's adamant, I would love to play for Celtic again, which I don't know if it fits for me when you're talking. He's a big boy, scores goals, but we've got Ida, who Rodgers brought in for big money. What do you think of that, Brian?
Very interesting. Interesting timing. End of the season, Celtic successful, going for another treble. These things are usually kind of coordinated between the player and the agent in it. You know, we'll going to get or someone in the Scottish press will pick up on an interview. I tend to agree with you. I thought he was a cracking big player, loved him, but I think he was. I don't know. He seemed his own man. He was, maybe not hard to manage, but because I think him and Ange had some bits and back and forward about his starting time, his playing time. He does Brendan's signing, you know what I mean? He's put invested time and money into him. So is he going to knock Ida's nose out of joint, or could he use Giakoumakis to help coach Ida? Not coach Ida, but learn from him. Different things like that. But I can't see it, mate. I can't see it. We did the Jeff Schlupp thing, you know, an older player where we bring him in for cover, but that's all it was. You know, we have a policy, and the board have done very well with that policy, so I don't think that's going to happen as well. Another story coming out there is Kvistgaard from coming out and saying he's definitely leaving Brøndby this summer. Will we go back in? Will we be involved, or do you think it's just clickbait or paper talk just because we've been tried and tried and tried? Do you think we've had our fingers burned, or do you think we'll be advised that, you know, we'll go back in when he knows he's leaving Brøndby? What do you think? Do you think that'll be something that we'll pursue?
I think we should. I think we'd be daft not to. I think he can play in the left wing as well as up front. He's not Maeda, right? And he's more of a striker, but I know he can play in the left wing. And I was reading his comments the other day, and he's definitely leaving, and he said he doesn't think it's bad to come out and say that, which is totally fine. So there's another guy nailing his colours to the mast. We've been linked with this guy for a while, and I think Rodgers likes him. I think he was maybe Celtic were put off with the price tag. I don't think Rodgers was, because I think he would just pay whatever. I think we'll go back in for him, and he's one I'd like to see. He's probably the striker I would like to see link up with Ida. I would like Fitzgarden in with Ida. I've seen the boy play.
Yeah, I've only seen YouTube highlight reels and stuff, but yeah, he is impressive. I think he would definitely fit our model. What age would he be? I think, what is he, 20? 20, I was going to say 21, 22, so perfect age for us to buy low, sell high, or bring him in at an Engels price, try and sell him for 20, 25, you're still making a lot of profit. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how things go, but I definitely think he would be an asset to the squad. Also, the young Serbian, Milosevic, I think I've done that correctly. If I haven't, all our Serbian fans out there, correct me in the comments. Yeah, but he's come out, Red Star Belgrade have come out and put his price tag at 8.4 million, so I don't know if was that 9 million euros, something like that. Young boy's 17, but Serbian, great heritage, Vidic, etc., phenomenal defenders. I don't know if we've got the minerals for that one, and
that's too much, too rich for a 17-year-old Celtic will not pay that. I don't think. I think he's maybe a good player, but you're right. Don't think we've got the minerals to take a chance like that.
And also, Kieran Tierney's come out. There's kind of articles about Kieran Tierney returning because I think he played his final game for Arsenal, and a few of the fans kind of gave him some love on social media and stuff. Opened up the question, with Greg Taylor's Instagram post. Obviously, you mentioned it in the previous video, Mark. That's his time up at Celtic after the final. Jeff Sloop, we will need another left back, I think. What do you think?
I don't think Sloop's the answer, mate. I don't think Brendan now thinks he's the answer either. I've not heard any rumours of any other left backs though. I've not seen anything. I've not heard anything. I don't know if anybody watching the video has, and if you have, drop us a wee comment, because it would be good to hear or see what people are seeing or hearing. I think if it comes to it, maybe Sloop for a year, but Celtic, and I said this in the last one, Celtic have to be on the front foot with these, right? We're going to lose players this summer. My opinion, right? We're potentially going to lose Hatate, Maeda, potentially. Imagine we lost those three, right? Because there's clubs, big clubs, looking at these three players in particular, right? Hatate to Italy, Maeda to any club in the world, because he's phenomenal. And Kuhn, I think there's a few clubs, like I think you told me Newcastle earlier, but I think there's a few English clubs looking at him. If these clubs come in and offer 25 million for Hatate, I don't think we'll get 25 for Hatate. I think you get 25 for Kuhn, you get 25 for Maeda, 10 for Hatate. Celtic will take that, I think. That's them £60 million, but then you need to go and replace them. So they need to be on the front foot with these things, and I'm not hearing enough to actually fill me with confidence.
I definitely think we will. I think we'll lose Kuhn 100% with the dip in form and Rodgers pulling him at half time, etc. In certain games that we've played really poor, he was the catalyst for it. Hooked at half time, you don't really see a lot. In the modern game, you get 60 minutes. On the kind of left back side of things, young Adam Montgomery, I think he's at Queen's Park. A lot of talk about him as a young boy coming through. I don't know if we've got any youngsters coming through, but as you said there yourself, I've not heard anything about left backs. But just a point on the Kuhn and the Maeda. We got £30 million for Matt O'Reilly, 29 million or whatever overall for 19 goals, 19 assists. Dyson Maeda has absolutely killed it across the Champions League as well. Yeah. Been put on UEFA pages and all that. We will not accept anything less than £30 million for Dyson Maeda for what he will bring to a team in the Champions League. And it's not like O'Reilly, blah, blah, blah. Matt O'Reilly was a phenomenal player, we got the money from, but look what's happened to him with a run of injuries. Dyson Maeda is a more experienced, more robust player that's played in international all over the place. I think we would get at least £40 million for Dyson Maeda. I know it's mad now, but that is our that is where we're at.
Something.
Michael Nicholson and the board will...
It'd be amazing, mate. 40 million's it's a chunk. Even you need to remember Scotland. I know it's 25, 30 million.
You buy the player, you don't buy the league.
If he does go for
Brendan
40
Rodgers
million,
said that.
Yeah, but that's not that. Brendan says that, but that's not what the clubs look at. He's 27. He's in his prime, and you're right. He's been phenomenal.
Yeah, but so that I think we will lose players, and obviously you mentioned what would we do if we lost those three. If we lost those three and didn't replace them with any sufficient level of quality, then it would be a massive drop. But I think we've got stuff lined up. Obviously we don't know anything, but I'm pretty sure how the club have operated the past 4 years under Ange, now Brendan, in terms of transfers. Brendan's first season, as an exception, they have done pretty well. Also, talking about young players, I thought McArdle looked brilliant when he came on against Aberdeen. Callum McGregor, in an article the other day, laid him on a special talent. I'd really love him to break through next season, not be like a Ben Doak or a Daniel Cummins, and the boys, not Daniel Cummins, who was the boy that let Daniel Kelly, sorry. Cummins is another one. He's West Ham are sniffing about him left, right and centre, so I think he will go. What do you think, mate, about young McArdle?
Loved him. I said that in the video I done there through the week. I thought he was phenomenal. I thought he was unbelievable against Aberdeen, and people might think I'm jumping the gun, right? But his touch was superb. He looked as if he'd played there his whole life. Nearly scored. It was his
pass around the corner, yeah.
Caused him to score a goal. I thought he just looked so comfortable, actually, for a 17-year-old. That's the kind of guy that you've been talking about this for so long. He's the kind of guy Celtic need. And Brendan Rodgers, he has to get him in the team. Doesn't have to play all the time, right? But he has to be in the first team. And get him on when you're 2 or 3-0 up. See when the game's done, get him on for 20 minutes. 3-0, the game's finished, bring him on. Let him learn, let him grow into the team. And then you've got potentially a superstar in your hands. Look, we lost Ben Doak because we didn't do that. We've lost these other boys because we've not done it. These other guys haven't quite made it into where they want to be quite yet. But for me, mate, he looks a great talent. I know I've only seen him twice, but for me,
I think great. Not even just the technical ability. As a young boy, man, going on there, and he took a wee jog about midfield, just kind of floated about, and then he just started finding space. And every time he picked a pass, it was on the money. It was to an area in space or to a Celtic player. So I hope he does break through. We need. Brendan mentioned about a Scottish core. He said you go to Spain, there's a Spanish core. You go to Germany, there's a German core. You need to have a core of players from your home country, and I'd love him to be involved in that. Yeah, definitely. It'd be interesting to see.
Left footer as well, mate. Left footer. We've not got many left footers in the team. No. Doesn't matter. It could be a TB. Tommy Burns, a wee young gingerhead. Well, don't know if he dies if he's got highlights this year, but a wee gingerhead left footer for Glasgow. It's phenomenal. It looked great to me. I take that.
Everyone for watching, and please like the video, please subscribe, share it around to help us grow, and don't forget to get your comments in. Have a good one, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.